This orientation video is designed for Intellectual Freedom Committee chairs, members, or chapter leadership to outline best practices for communicating resources and information, and to share how we hope this partnership can grow intellectual freedom leaders and spread awareness of one of the core values of the library profession. The American Library Association has affiliate relationships with state library associations, or chapters, in all 50 states, the District of Columbia, Guam, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and regional library associations in the Mountain Plains, New England, Pacific Northwest, and Southeastern regions. Chapters promote library service within its geographic area, provide representation to the ALA Council, and maintain similar organizational structures as ALA, including membership, conferences, legislation, awards, and intellectual freedom. The American Library Association can be confusing and difficult to navigate, and I want to quickly outline the intellectual freedom groups within ALA and highlight some of their differences. The committee, or IFC, is a policymaking body. The work of this committee, like Library Bill of Rights interpretations, is adopted by the ALA Council. They also have a privacy subcommittee. All the minutes, reports, rosters are online. The Intellectual Freedom Roundtable is more of a grassroots support. Anyone in ALA can be an IFRT member for $15 a year. They propose programs at conference and they work on awards. Besides the executive committee, which has a chair, treasurer, secretary, and directors at large, there are 9 other committees. And then there's OIF. We are staff of the American Library Association, one of 24 offices, including advocacy, diversity, and governance. There are 11 divisions and 20 roundtables. All of these units in ALA are supported by approximately 250 members. #Team ALA. The Office for Intellectual Freedom, or OIF, maintains a list of the chairs for each Intellectual Freedom Committee in all of the states and many of the AASL affiliates. We rely on each of the committees to notify us when a chair's term is complete and there's been a new election or appointment. Often we'll email the chapter leadership to try to find the updated contact to make sure that they know about this network. But as you can imagine, this is time consuming and we appreciate all the help we can get. We work closely with ALA's Chapter Relations Office. They do a superior job of communicating with chapter leadership, providing national support during conferences, budget crisis, natural disasters, and many others. This is also the best place to visit to find out who represents your state or how to volunteer with state committees. The American Association of School Librarians divides the country into affiliate organizations. Some states have separate associations for school librarians, and some states include the school librarians as a part of the state chapter. The Office for Intellectual Freedom is tasked with doing a lot of different things, and our first priority is to support librarians going through censorship and educate librarians and the public about intellectual freedom. This network of intellectual freedom chairs and representatives is key to that mission. To make your job easier, OIF has a number of engaging, thoughtful, and up-to-date resources to be aware of. The Intellectual Freedom Manual is essential for each state. It's available in print or ebook format from the ALA store. It includes ALA official policy statements and sections specifically for school, public, and academic libraries. We send out a free weekly compilation of news articles about book challenges in libraries and schools, privacy, internet filtering, academic freedom, and the First Amendment. Anyone can subscribe to the newsletter that goes out every Friday. We post all of the archives on our blog. The blog is also a great collection of posts by librarians in the field from all over the country. Every year we recruit volunteer writers to post on topics that are relevant to them, with information and insight that's valuable to those in the profession. The journal includes essays, peer-reviewed articles, book reviews, legal briefs, and opinion pieces. It's $50 for an annual subscription, and it can be shared between members of the committee. The webinars are listed chronologically on the listing page, and any free webinars are posted on the Office YouTube page. Some of you may be brand new to the role of committee chair. Some of you may have been wearing this badge for years. Some of you may be leaders within your chapter and unsure of your intellectual freedom presence in your state or how to begin building a network of people to support and nurture this core value of librarianship. Hopefully, this video will lead you in the right direction. Start with introducing yourself. Maybe it's an email, a phone call, or a blog post. Share who you are. Share why you're passionate about intellectual freedom. Share why you became a librarian. Share what you hope to accomplish in your role. Email the Office for Intellectual Freedom. We'll make sure you get included in the network of communication with others who share the same role as you. Many times the incoming chair was a past member of the committee and is familiar with past activities. Sometimes the committee has been on hiatus for a while. One thing to remember is that these roles are almost exclusively volunteers. Volunteers who often have full-time jobs, families, and personal lives. We ask that there be no judgment about past activity and to start today fresh, with no mistakes. Yes, that was a reference to my favorite book, Anne of Green Gables. Just as you inherited the position, you will someday pass the baton on, and the goal is to leave the committee stronger than you found it. Rarely is the position truly about you, but about the future generations of librarians that will learn about intellectual freedom, experience censorship, and share their stories. What can you do to grow your committee and have a strong term, you ask? Be engaged. Share. Talk. Always be on the lookout for curious librarians who will want to be part of the good work. Use the communications platforms that your state has and ask if you can be a part of it. It's rare that organizers will turn down an offer of content. Does your state have a listserv? Do various sections have blogs? Is there a newsletter? Can you suggest content for the social media channels for your state? If you don't ask, the answer will always be no. A key chance to raise awareness of intellectual freedom is through your state conferences, including school librarian conferences, online conferences, academic conferences, or poster sessions. OIF and the network of other state chairs are available to help you with brainstorming ideas or fleshing out content or helping to find speakers. Many chairs share their intellectual freedom programs during our quarterly State of the States virtual meeting. It's a great opportunity to get new ideas. State of the States virtual meeting? What are those, you say? Let me tell you more. Every 3 months, OIF hosts a virtual meeting using Adobe Connect to listen and share. We want to hear about the activities of the states. This is really important to us, and this is where we can find out what the needs are of librarians on the front. We spend the most time on the state reports. They take up to 60 to 70% of the meeting. The state reports can be audio using a headset or typed in chat. If you want to create a slide for your state, if you have photos, flyers, links, you're more than welcome to send it to me before the meeting, and I'll include it in my slide deck. After the state reports, we hear from the IFRT chair, and then OIF shares updates on what the office has been up to and any new resources. And then we end with discussion. The meetings are recorded, and I send an email afterwards with the recording link and the minutes. This can be a great opportunity to hear from others in the same position, to get ideas, feel motivated to do more with your committee, and to not feel alone. It may be a smooth term for you if the majority of your activity and communication is proactive and educational. But there's always a chance that a librarian in your state will experience a book challenge. Then we may switch to support mode. That's where my job comes in. This is what I do for a living. It is my passion. I want and need your support, but we don't expect you to handle it all by yourself. The ideal situation is OIF and the state chair working together to support the librarian, the book, and the freedom to read and learn. We email or conference call about letters, social media, possibly even attending board meetings. We completely understand that chairs still have other responsibilities, but we hope that there are still opportunities to work together. We find that the most successful situations, where the books stay on the shelf, where the programs stay in the schedule, and where the librarian keeps her employment, it's because there's local support. You don't have to do it all by yourself. Even if you don't have a formal committee outlined in the organizational structure, you can gather a network of like-minded people who want to be part of intellectual freedom. Communicate with neighboring states or participate with other state intellectual freedom chairs on the listserv. Communication is vital. Say it with me. Communication is vital. It's a two-way street of education, support, and listening. Communication with ALA, communication with your chapter or affiliate leadership, communication with your committee, communication with this network, communication with librarians, and communication with the public. Thank you for your time, expertise, and passion.